So this is the dining room area. So at some point somebody had bisected this room to be a separate dining room area and a kitchen area. We're going to go ahead and recombine them. The folks who had started working in the house before us already took the wall down. But you can see that they, I think probably in the 70s or 80s, they put this wooden paneling in. They actually framed it out away from the wall, so it shrunk the room by about 4 inches in all dimensions. The previous folks already took the paneling off of that wall, but Vincent's going to go ahead and take the paneling off of these 2 walls today. So that'll be his project. I'm going to start working on some plumbing issues. There's a lot of plumbing in the house has been sort of patched together between iron pipe and PEX and all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to start working on getting that sort of ironed out and repair some leaks and things, because you don't really want to have leaks in a house that's made out of dirt. So, all right, well, I guess we'll get started. So Vincent got the room all cleared out of all of the paneling that was in here. So there's a lot of leftover wood that we're going to be able to reuse for other projects in the house. But the walls are all in pretty good shape. This wall here, you can see a lot of the plaster has come off, and I'll show you a close-up of that, and you can see the old hand-hewn lintel. So you can see the axe marks are much more visible on this lintel because they didn't need to take as much care as they did with the vigas in the ceiling, because they were going to be all covered up with plaster anyway. While we were recycling wood from the wall that we just pulled down yesterday, I realized that two of the pieces of wood were actually old door trim. And you can tell that they're door trim because you can see the strike cut out here for a rim lock. So I believe that these are probably from the front door, and I'm going to go ahead and replicate them for trim throughout the rest of the house. So I just like this simple bead pattern on the edges. Just very, very pretty, simple trim. So I wanted to take a moment to explain why we're going through all the effort to take the cement stucco off the interior walls. So the reason why we wanted to remove the cement from the house is because cement really only causes problems for historic adobe buildings. It traps moisture inside of the walls. So this house is built on a stone foundation with adobe mortar, and of course the walls are just solid adobe dirt. So what happens is when it rains or it snows, moisture is wicked up into the walls through the foundation. Now traditionally, with an earthen plaster, like you can see here, the moisture was allowed to just evaporate out of the walls. And with the moisture, all the salts and minerals that were in that water also come out of the walls with it. When you put a cement plaster on an adobe wall, what happens is when that moisture comes up through the foundation into the wall, it gets trapped inside of the wall. And not only does the moisture destabilize the adobe, you're also leaving behind all those salts and minerals in the walls. And when the salts do eventually dry out, they crystallize with the force of 8,000 psi, which causes the walls to crumble. So that's why we needed to remove the cement from the walls, and we're going to go ahead and put an earthen plaster on the wall.